Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to talk about why we hardly have any Nigerian SaaS products. Now, I was inspired by this TikTok video that you're watching on the screen to make this video. Now, if you watch the video, which you can watch in the description, the creator was talking about how Nigeria hardly has any SaaS products. Now, for example, how we may have a platform like Google, but Nigeria doesn't have their own search engine. Now, after I finished watching that video, I actually did research and I found out that Nigeria has a lot of SaaS products, and I think I'll make a separate video testing each of those ones that I found out about. So, meaning that, like Nigeria, we do have SaaS products, just that they're not really as popular, and here is why I believe it's like that. Well, the first reason why I believe that SaaS products in Nigeria are not popular is simply because of the fact that we as Nigerians don't even trust these products. Now, let us be honest with ourselves. A lot of Nigerians would rather use a product made by an international company than to actually use a product made in Nigeria. Even I am a victim of this. Now, it's not that any of us look down on Nigerian brands. A lot of people may look down on them, but there are a lot of layers to this. Take a brand like Binance, for example, which is the biggest crypto exchange in the world. A lot of Nigerians would flock to Binance just to do anything, to trade crypto and so on. They would even invest in Binance's product like the Binance BNB. They would, trade it and hold it and do all that stuff with it. Meanwhile, there is actually an exchange in Nigeria called Quidax, and they even have their own native QDX token, their own product. But yet, I don't think everybody knows about it. And even if they did know about it, they would rather run to Binance. Binance, they removed their P2P feature that allows you to use Naira to trade crypto and vice versa. Meanwhile, Quidax still has this feature. They've had it ever since, but yet people will still flock to Binance. Now, the reason why a lot of Nigerians will still trust global brands more than Nigerian brands is the fact that global brands have more of a track record and reputation, and they have better customer service, and the apps are just better overall than to use Nigerian products that do not have the same thing. Let me even give another example of trust. So in Nigeria, there's this tech creator called Kagan Tech, and in the early days of his TikTok, like in 2022, he talked about how he would rather trust brands like Amazon and eBay to ship out his products than for him to use any Nigerian brand like Jumia and Konga, despite the fact that these brands are not natively shipping to Nigeria. He would rather use them still because of the fact that the services for these brands are better than the local brands based on his experience. From shipping to refunds to customer service, he claims that those are the main reasons why he would use those brands than for him to use these Nigerian brands. Like when a Nigerian should make their own product, it is hard for them to gain trust because all these international brands are building a lot of trust more. And for a Nigerian brand, it's really, really hard because tell people, hey, this is a Nigerian brand. They may say, oh, I can't trust it because it's Nigerian. And it's weird, but it's the truth, it's fact. Now, the second reason why we hardly see any Nigerian SaaS products is because of the fact that the user experience of the international products are better than Nigerian products. Now, for me, I am a software tester, and I've tested out like some of these Nigerian products, and I can tell you that some of them have very poor and bad user experience. In fact, I made a video about why Nigerian apps are so unmodern. You should be able to watch it up here or in the description. And one reason that I pointed out that Nigerian apps are so unmodern is simply because of the fact that these companies that make these apps either do not have the money to actually make their apps more modern, or they simply do not care at all. Now, companies abroad invest more in user experience simply because of the fact that the trends keep on evolving. An app from the 2000s is not the same as an app from the 2020s. They keep on evolving in the way that these apps are changing, so they obviously have to follow the trends. One SaaS product, for example, is Nairaland. So Nairaland is basically like the Nigerian version of Reddit. And this site unfortunately looks very old. It looks like something from the 2000s, like, 4chan and MySpace. That's how that thing looks like. Despite the fact that the company of Nairaland is worth millions of dollars, they have not invested in any form of user experience. There are people who will still use Nairaland despite the fact that it's still the same way it is. There's some people that they're complaining about how the user experience is, that they don't really like it. And for me, I feel as if they should really invest in this user experience, because soon the generation that's currently using Nairaland, they'll stop using it at some point and a new generation will come. If the new generation should see that this app still remains the same, then they have no reason to use it. At some point, the user base could fall and crumble, and there may be no more Nairaland. Now, I may be right, I may be wrong, I don't know, but that's just how I see it. There is one app that I made a video on called Terawork, which is a Nigerian based freelance platform. And you can watch the videos up here or in the description below. And I can tell you the user experience is so poor. And I don't understand how these brands are supported by like Google, Zenith, all those things. Like if you go on their website, they're supported by all those people and trusted by them, but yet their site is still looking like what I don't even know. I even made a written report on the Terawork platform, which you'll be able to read in the description below. Even a site like Conga.com, like the user experience on this is poor. And if you look at the reviews on the Play Store and App Store, so many people have been complaining, please, your app is just not good, fix it, that it's having so many issues. I even made a written report on that too, read in the description. And I even made a video. You should be able to watch it up here in the description as well. And it's just really not good how Conga's service is, like how their app and everything is just very, very poor. So that's why a lot of people would rather go and use other apps like, Amazon and so on, because the user experience is much better. And finally, one reason why I also believe that we hardly have any SaaS products from Nigeria is simply because of marketing. A lot of these SaaS products that are Nigerian do not market themselves at all. As I said earlier in this video, I did some research about different SaaS products and I found out that there are actually a lot of SaaS products that we don't even know about. The reason why we don't know them is because they don't market themselves. Like, there's one of the apps that I use called Terawork, which is a Nigerian freelance platform, as I've said before. I didn't even know that app existed until one day I was just scrolling through Google and then it just popped up, like I was just saying like Nigerian freelance sites and I just saw it there. Remember that these people, they don't market themselves at all, because even if I know it, most of you probably don't know it. If I should go on the street and be like all those street interviewers and ask, hey, do you know this thing? Everyone would say no, because no one knows it, because you're not marketing yourselves. But then brands like Fiverr and Upwork, people know them because they market themselves more. In fact, there was that TikTok video that I said that inspired me to make this video earlier. In that TikTok video, the creator talked about one app that's basically like the Nigerian version of Twitter called Reva. Now, for me, I didn't even know that app even existed until I watched that guy's video. So if I never saw that guy's video, I wouldn't even know that it existed at all. Marketing is something that's very important. One thing I like about Nigerian fintechs is the fact that these apps always market themselves. Like, there is no way that you will not know apps like MoneyPoint, Kuda, Opay, Pompay. There's no way you will not know that any of these apps exist, because they market themselves a lot. And this is something that these SaaS products are not doing at all. I don't really know why they're not doing it. But for me, these are my reasons why I believe that SaaS products are hardly, known in Nigeria. Like, why we hardly hear of them, why we hardly see them at all. But anyway, what have you learned from this video? Comment below, like and subscribe, and I hope I see you guys next time.